Reno. Nice to meet you. I'm going to do 6 poems for you. They're a little weird, so I hope you're not too This first one is called The Sun, and it's a part of a story that I'm writing using poetry called Walking with Fire. I was born of fire, a spark in my eye as a child, fanned by my father's hand. As I grew, it turned wild. The world never stood a chance. Scorching steppes ravaged the land. Coals left behind sizzling, burning bridges that I passed. Smoke billowed inconsistency. I was blind to any intimacy. An inferno that raged for years, melting sensibility. This selfish flame was engulfing fear, sweltering shame persevered. The heat stretched out my shadow until it became a mirror. And the glass had been shattered. I saw the reflections I battled. Each pain freed my ashes. They were already scattered. The remains of reenactments, repeated patterns that I crafted, and just a sign of that spark, dimly lit and flashing. Thank you. This second one is inspired by David Lynch and the show Twin Peaks. So, this is called The Red Room. The ember blinked, now uncertain. Smoke obscured all discernment. The flame-stitched floor burning against crimson-colored curtains. Shadow yearning as it laments, shame the ego defends. Shallow purpose, violent delight. Happy dagger descends. Staggered chevron, scattered hindsight, heart pendant sways left to right. Chase love and light, or face spite and pain. To give up or to fight. Cold wind howls, the ember shakes. Someone steps out of the shade. White dress tight, the animus disguise. The woman from another place. The negrito was put on ice. Spark ignites as she glides and invites him to another dance. The shadow stepped aside. The ego was eager for this chance to find warmth and romance and jump through the hoops she presented before taking her hand. The mirror he circumvented still remained segmented, now laid to rest inside a grave next to where he buried the pendant. Her hands turned to spiders in his hair, a puppet with the shadows flared. He licked his lips and held his breath, then followed her down the stairs. Thank you. All right, this is kind of a companion poem to that one. This is called Laura. Is it future or is it past? Glassy eyes melted as I ask. Sometimes I feel I know her, but then my arms bend back. The contortion is almost comforting. If I fall, I have support. But can I trust myself to catch me? Will the abyss become the floor? Her slender flame invites desire. My ember radiates inspired, but friction held shreds up deception. Our fire would often gyre. There was this boxcar that she slept in, other men that I had to question. Lesson repeats, and I love the cycle. I had to fight to be accepted. Apologetic rehearsed recitals. Direction changed within the spiral. She spoke in reverse, painted her face, one day at a time. I stayed in denial. A masquerade on a high wire through space. If I didn't dance, I would be replaced. My reflection gazed slowly passing under, and the shadow held my mistakes. She knew that I couldn't trust her, wondered why she wouldn't let me love her. A red light flashed, she locked the boxcar fast, wrapped me in plastic, left the ego asunder. The ground over where the pendant sat pulsated as I crawled back. I cut my mitts on the mirrored glass when my spark finally collapsed. Thank you. This one is inspired by the movie Sin City. The guy Marvin, it calls his hands his mitts. Ever since that day, I call my hands my mitts. This poem is called These Mitts. These mitts have picked roses by the thorn to meet my hands. Subtle signals sting, screaming scorn, but I never studied my hands. Commanding digits to grip tighter. Nervous system catches fire. Flame spreads from the lighter up my spine, and I fall asleep in silence. These mitts have ripped through strips of existence, clawed at the earth as it spins, resisting my persistence. I lift a finger in defiance, one to ask for silence. A ring falls in an act of violence. The pinky breaks under compliance. A science behind callous palms that I just don't understand. Mangled in mystery, my mitts are strong. Have you ever studied your hands? Thank you. All right, I got two more for you guys. Thank you. All right, this one is also a part of a different story that's connected to the Walking with Fire story. This poem is called Queen of Bones. Frayed thread followed ancestral controller. The furnace fell colder. My star drips over Coetlico's bite. Two tongues taste ambrosia. Her viper eyes, one pure violet light, the other lifeless midnight. Hypnotize my mind. The mind descends deeper. Her heads begin to fight. Venom melts dreams into ether. Amalgam of features. Blending a collection of scenes performed by my creature. Every woman that I have loved or seen. Clippings cut from magazines. Sweltering liquid, shifting blame that hides the victims of black-brained kings. My past lives meet their raging tides, and spectre's maelstrom collides. Am I but villainous melancholy, with these shadows indulging my disguise? A star-baited thread faded for folly, casting my light's intentions through their eyes. This last string begs to tug me back again. Hot magma bursts from next oblivion. Molten bones mixed with the sins of all men, forming a skull out of obsidian. My quill burns bright as it senses my soul. This webbing I hold could save me from hell, but penance swallowed lies deep down below, past the jaw of Texaquartel. Beckoning above, ego's desire. Goddess calls me. I cannot deny her. Thank you. Okay, this is my last one. Thank you for listening, guys. This one is the sequel to that, and it's called La Mantanza, which is Spanish for the slaughter or the killing. Her voice spoke through a bracelet, bitter wind, grazing the cord where my shadow thinned. Piercing sharp pitch echoed fate's violence, suffocating silence under violins. Scathing song of deliverance from my own innocence, scraping spine as bone reverberates hypervigilance. In consonance, silk resonates, guilt my core emanates, shame syncopates, with shallow breaths, pendant's pulsar pulsates. A faint heartbeat beneath the depths takes her breath to quarter steps. The sensations send my sparks spinning into pirouettes. Endless waltz with no beginning, circling misgiving. Tangled knots in tense condition, winding, tightly cinching. The tone strikes my quill with friction. Notes burn with conviction. Thread to smoke, quiet crescendo, sprawling from constriction. Unraveling innuendo, descending, river rose. Starfall screams, rhythm goes shapeless, gravity fills my throat. Tragically, my feather was weightless, muted sound as Gus takes it. Goddess bound, I'm tumbling aimless, the ground stops, and I embrace it. Thank you. That was Tornado Perez. If you're interested in poetry, you can find my Instagram and TikTok, Tornado Paris. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
What are you doing? Hit stop.